Hi everyone. So I'm going to be talking through this tool called Compass. So on all my emails, right at the top, you will see a link called Start Client Journey. So if you click on that, it will take you through to this tool called Compass. This is a financial planning tool. It will help you to get a 360-degree view of your finances, your savings, investments, pensions, your mortgages, any other loans, businesses, etc. that you have. So I'm going to go through these with you right now. I'm going to put in name. I think the first few bits are going to be just putting in some random detail, but yeah, that's my email address that I'm using anyway. Then personal situation, I'm married, you select accordingly, right? And then professional situation, I'm business owner, so I'm going to select that. You select if you're an employee, select the employee or self-employed, etc. Now it should have sent basically a verification code. I'm going to go check that one in a second, come back. Okay, I've got the verification code. I'm going to enter that and boom, I've got this. Now I'm moving on to the next one. So it's asking me for details of my spouse. I'm going to put in one there. Birth, I'm just going to use the same date of birth for me and my wife here, but you please enter the appropriate one. So she is self-employed, so I'm going to choose that. Now it's asking us about personal assets and entitlements, current value of joint non-pension investments, and just putting in random numbers here. And let's say I'm going to call this house 1, approximate value. I'm going to say something in here. Do you have an outstanding mortgage? I'm just going to click here, own any rental property. So if you have other properties, you click on add another property and then you basically go into that. So this is joint cash and savings, and then it's going to ask individually. So here I'm going to say individual one. Again, I'm entering some random numbers here just as an example, but you please enter the appropriate ones as the case might be. Right, this is going to help you essentially, plan your finances more effectively. Do you have any entitlement to a pension from a defined benefit scheme in the future? So if you click on that, this is basically those that are probably from an employer. So I don't have one, so I'm going to click no. But do you own any property not jointly with your partner? I'm going to click no. Do you own any rental property not jointly with your partner? I'm going to click no. And then here I'm going to enter approximate current value of pensions, etc. Just going to put in a random number here. Please enter the right numbers here. Don't worry about the numbers. I'm just going through this process because these are all the questions that it's going to ask you. What is the approximate current value of your non-pension investments like ISA, SAPP? SAPP is pension, so don't use that. So ISA is going to be there. Do you have any entitlement to a pension from a defined benefit? Own any property not jointly held? So here I'm selecting no. If you own property specifically yourself, then you would go and select yes. So here we are going to talk about companies that you have. So I'm going to put in basically a random name here, but it will go and select from company's house. So you know, if you are unincorporated, meaning you are a sole trader, etc., then you could select that. So I'm just going to select this. I'm going to just say company 1. You are sole trader, and I'm going to say yes. But if you enter a company name, it will go into company's house and it will pull the record over there. So it will tell you the actual name of the company itself. Do you think you will sell sometime in the future? I would probably say no. And if there's an additional company, just go ahead and add that. Do you have any financial dependents? So it's going to ask anybody other than you and your spouse. Is there anybody who is financially dependent? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to put in basically the date of birth. Again, I'm going to say the same date of birth here. Okay, so it's going to be 01. Okay, so I'm going to put in that one. Later on, you can go and add any other specific plans or whatever. Do you have any personal loan balances? I don't have any personal loan balances. Do you have any any other credit card balances that you don't clear at the end of each month? I'm saying no. If you do, if you're holding on to a credit card balance, then you basically enter that. With regard to protecting your family's financial position, is there a will, is there a power of attorney, family financial protection, income protection? Not entirely sure what is that. Or let's say I have none of the above in place, right? So and then I click on done. So you go and select based on what you already have in place. With regard to your income or drawings, please provide approximate annual gross before tax. So here I'm going to say what is, let's say, a bonus. So this is just kind of fictitious numbers, but go ahead and enter the actual one. So here let's say there's a bonus. What are your monthly outgoings? Excluding any personal pension contributions, mortgage payments, etc. What is your approximate level of joint monthly outgoings? So I'm going to say 2000 here, sorry, 20,000. Level of monthly expenditure. How confident do you feel that you truly know where your money goes? I'll say, yeah, I'm very confident about it. So other than this joint monthly expenditure, does Soumi have any additional expenditure? Let's say I have an additional expenditure of £50, and yeah, got that. Do you or your employer currently make pension contributions? Yeah, I am making pension contributions. How much do you make? So let's say I'm making £100, for instance, right? How much does your employer contribute? So I'm just putting in a number here, and then it's asking us, what is the separate, monthly expenditure that you have. No pension contributions. I'm going to say yes, continue. What age would you like to achieve financial independence? So I'm going to say, let's say 65. And Nitya, I'm going to say, let's say 65. Which are the following areas of concern or of interest to you? So I could say, I'd like to improve my life, running out of life before running out of money. And I'm going to say tax, etc. I'm going to talk about pension contributions, pension annual allowance, pension lifetime allowance, pension benefits. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to, how are my investments performing? My investments appropriate for me? Business growth, profitability, business sale, exit, positive impact, intergenerational wealth transfer, and then okay, so over here I could say some or all of it. So okay, so these are all 15 items that I said. Aside from long-term financial security and independence, outside of your regular monthly expense, do you have any other specific goals? I'm going to say no, but if you have any, so then go and enter your goals there. How do you feel currently about the financial well-being? I'm going to say yes here. 8, very confident. Do you have a relationship with a financial planner or wealth planner currently? If I say yes, then it's going to ask who is your financial planner. So you can go and select from here. So so if I give, let's say, the name of the company, so if I give maybe, for instance, then I could say, St. James Practice, for instance, right? So I could go and select a particular financial planner, or otherwise I can enter that person's name as such. So I'm going to say no here. And anything you'd like to add or emphasize? I'd probably say interested in wealth preservation, for instance, right? And then by doing this, it kind of gives you a holistic picture here, and kind of gives a complete understanding in terms of your financial planning, your actions, your plans, etc. And right, it will basically, you can go and download these results as a PDF. Right, now you've been introduced by Helix, so we will get to see this information, and we can refer you to appropriate partners like insurance. We've got a partnership with Howden, but there are basically a number of partners for financial advisors, that is insurers, there are solicitors, there are will writers, etc. that we can introduce you to. So that's it for now. I'm going to click on exit, and yeah, you can go and create an account. Sorry, you can go and create an account on Compass, so that you can just register with your email address. So I'm going to put in Somi, and okay, it's asking me for Somi VJ. Okay, so I'm going to enter that, and I'm going to sign up. Okay, so that says I already have an account. So yeah, already have an account, so I could go and log in. So that's it for now.